Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and another batch of WWE 2K20 news, as today we're talking SmackDown Live announcer Greg Hamilton, the $1 Million Challenge, AJ Kirsch, and the return of 2K's community feedback program. So let's start out by talking this year's ring announcer, as JoJo has been the announcer who's been featured in the series for the past few years now. However, she hasn't appeared on Raw since the end of December and appears to have been replaced by Mike Rome. Therefore, if JoJo does continue to be off TV, then there's a good chance that we'll see 2K update the announcers in time for 2K20. Now, one announcer in particular that seems to be a popular choice to replace JoJo is SmackDown Live announcer Greg Hamilton. However, when asked by a fan on Twitter if his voice would be featured in 2K20, Greg replied, "I'm currently on my couch watching NXT and I have no idea how that process even works, so even though it doesn't come out until October, I'm gonna go ahead and not hold my breath." So based off Greg's response, it doesn't sound like he's been recording for the series. However, I did notice a few people claiming a conspiracy due to the fact that he seems to know when the game will be out in October, although personally I think that's just Greg assuming that's when the game will release, as that does seem to be the window that WWE games have been sticking to recently. Moving on, let's talk AJ Kirsch, who voiced Buzz in 2K19's My Career mode, as you may have seen him tweeting both some good and bad news, as AJ tweeted, "Today brought good news and bad news. The bad news, my upcoming arthroscopic surgery to remove scar tissue from my left knee was pushed back to early April. The good news, I rescheduled the surgery after receiving a very exciting call from 2K. I guess I can be patient." Now, AJ hasn't revealed what the call was for. However, with WrestleMania coming up on April 7th and 2K hosting the $1 Million Challenge live at WrestleMania Access, then I would assume that AJ will be a part of that and involved in the activities, potentially even appearing on stream should 2K decide to stream the event, which I imagine will be the case. Speaking of the $1 Million Challenge, the winning entrants should be hearing from 2K any day now, as upon entering, the confirmation screen noted that winners would be notified on or around March 1st, therefore make sure to check your emails as you might have an invite waiting. Finally for today, as you may have heard via social media, 2K have brought back the community feedback program, which allows users to have their say on the series and give feedback on what they thought of 2K19, as well as their suggestions for improvements that they want to see in 2K20. The feedback program takes place on the WWE 2K forums over at www.2k.com, where you'll find a whole forum dedicated to the project, complete with pinned topics for various elements of the game such as My Career mode or Universe mode, as well as an option for miscellaneous suggestions for anything that is either a bit out there or doesn't quite fit in with the other categories. So if you've got an idea for improvements that you would like to see in 2K20 or feedback for 2K19, then make sure to head on over to the 2K forums and have your say, as it could help shape not only 2K20 but also the future of the series in general. As for me, I'll be putting together a list of ideas and suggestions to submit myself, as well as putting together a few concept videos to show off those ideas in action, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel for those. Anyway guys, that is it for this latest WWE 2K20 news roundup, but make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything in the lead up to this year's release. Until next time though, all that's left for me to say is I hope you've enjoyed this video, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.